That's a flawed way of approaching it. I think in order to understand culture, we first have to ask, what is language? Then, and only then, do we have somewhere to start. There are 36 First Nations languages indigenous to British Columbia. Just 2.4% of the First Nations population are fluent speakers. And only about 31% of communities have recordings of their language available as an accessible resource.
What brought me here?
Yeah.
The language.
We're saving our language.
Of the around 7,000 languages we have, 43% of those are classified endangered. 9 languages cease to be spoken every year. That means around 1 every 40 days. So if you count that all, that means that in 2100, 90% of all languages cease to exist. Language is not only just the words that you share, but it's also a cultural heritage, it's a philosophy, it's how people think.
The culture sits on top of the language. The language is the foundation of it.
So if the language ceases to exist, that also decreases the cultural knowledge or heritage of people.
To increase speakers who speak the language and understand the language, it means to strengthen the people as a whole. It means to strengthen that connection and worldview of past, present, and future.
The language holds all the teachings, and that's the most important part, is the teachings that we have.
My name is Kirsten Saderiekte, and I'm an associate professor at the University of Victoria in the theatre department. And my research focuses on theatre and language reawakening, theatre and social justice issues, and theatre and community building. Well, theatre is a really good way of doing this because we're talking now about applied theatre, and for people that don't really know what applied theatre is really simply theatre for social purpose. So we don't only use it as theatre in a mainstream stage or for entertainment purposes, we're also using it for social purpose. So that could be community building and education, social justice issues. And applied theatre here is being used because it's participatory, it's immersive, it's a form where people use it as a collaborative process, so people are all collaborating together. It's not imposing, it's very open-minded, and I think applied theatre in this setting works really well because if you're thinking about language learning, the first thing you want to do is make people feel comfortable.
I am just now starting Hul'q'umi'num. I wasn't raised with it much at all, and being thrown into this with all these lines, it's helping me a lot. It's putting a lot of fun into it.
Community building in theatre is based on playfulness. So if you're able to create a playful environment where people can on their feet have fun, laugh, and enjoy their time together, there is so much more achieved than sitting in the classroom where people just read books or just repeat words.
Well, language, you never do it on your own. Language is something you do with a group of people. You have to have other speakers in order to have a conversation.
While language is at the root of culture, it's a connection to space, to land, to family. It's a very meaningful connection for people, and it's still very invisible for many communities. I'm trying to help the language teachers to reclaim their language, to support their curriculum by giving them tools, drama exercises, games, performance, storytelling. So the students that I started working with in 2016 are now mainly all teachers or working with me in a theatre program.
Stomatsense. It's a question word.
Yeah,
Stomat.
something. What will we do in the
And
future?
can you
right?
pronounce it one more time?
Stomach.
Stomat.
Huh.
Okay. Then Billy says, our canoes are big. Sorry. Oh, you want to correct? Go ahead.
You'll be saying a few lines, but their response is stomach. So it's them speaking. So that's why it's we. What do we do? So there's the in there. Stomach. Yeah.
The theater exercises that we do in the classroom are usually focused on confidence building and public speaking.
Oh my gosh, first time? You guys are in sync already. We don't need to do this.
Second, we do a lot of language exercises with students where they learn very quickly basic Hul'q'umi'num words. If you're not in the image, you have to title the image, preferably in Hul'q'umi'num. It can just be one word, doesn't have to be a whole sentence. Thirdly, we try to come up with a short performance at the end of the course. So the students have the opportunity to actually perform and present themselves on stage in front of the community, family and friends, so they can really showcase their confidence and their public speaking skills.
Theater is like storytelling, and that it can reverse isolation and loneliness. And I really hope for you, by seeing this playing, hearing your own language, we give you a tool to reverse that isolation.
It's all in the language. Everything, the prayers, the teachings, it's all in the language. And this is something my mother said, don't you forget, when I was going to school at 9 years old, and they were trying to teach us to forget about our language, we were getting punished and everything. We were getting strapped and our hair is getting pulled, getting slapped in many ways. And my mother kept telling me, they're punishing you, they're making you suffer, but don't you ever let your language go. Your teachers are trying to make a white person out of you, but don't you ever forget your language, because that's the most important thing. So Indian Affairs knew me in Duncan. So they got there and they said, you have to come to the school. I got there and they said, you have to teach the language. There was no material, there was no inkling of what I was supposed to do. They just said, teach the language. And I remember my mother saying, you remember that whenever you teach, you watch how you teach your children.
So the last interview I had with Dr. Reawakening, where we talked about what theater meant for her and what theater meant for her in terms of language reawakening. She said it doesn't matter how much you speak or how many words you use, as long as we can hear it. If we can just hear it dance and sing in a room, that already makes us and all the ancestors so proud, because that means that it's becoming alive again. It's not sleeping, it's here, it's with us.
thanking you from the bottom of my heart at what you have done. You have brought the language back to life.
Language revitalization is a way of honoring and respecting our culture and our language. And theater really isn't a new tool. You know, before we've had these kinds of skills where we're singing and dancing and we're expressing in a lot of ways, but with these, you know, with theater, and it's about reclamation. It's about learning how to do these sorts of things and enjoying our language and enjoying our culture and really instilling that pride in our communities.
Tara always makes space for everybody in the room. So whenever she feels that someone is not getting the space that they deserve or they need, then she picks up on it and she sees it, she feels it. I don't know how she does it, but she just makes sure that everybody has that space and that voice that needs to be heard in the room.
I had come across these certain things. One is called Frozen Scenes, and I think it was like a different theme, but I changed the theme to like something Indigenous. For me, I think being involved as a student and now stepping in the role of teaching, really what I have noticed for myself is being immersed with, you know, colleagues that are Indigenous, with teachers that are Indigenous. That's just really empowering. What we're trying to do here is not just about the words. We're trying to revive our culture, our identity, and language revitalization is about that. It's about healing.
It's time that you let your inner Kwamo out. It's time for you to sing, it's time for you to dance, it's time for you to speak your language. Because for so long, you've been taught to suppress that. You've been taught to hold that back.
I used to be so shy and so timid throughout like high school and coming into this program. Like I came out of my shell and I'm like more comfortable with being goofy or more vocal.
Theater makes me feel full. Theater makes me feel excited. Theater makes me feel out of ordinary. Theater makes me feel part of being something, as if I belong.
And it feels amazing to be a part of showing this and learning our language and sharing our language.
It's great medicine. And that's what it felt like doing this play. Now that we're learning Hul'q'umi'num, speaking it full, it's like we were unwinding the pain and the trauma that happened to our people